We are one with all life. We are one with the one. We are building consciousness to bring forth more in 2024, and so it is. I invite us now to prepare for a Good Friday meditation as we are ready for the crucifixion. Just take a moment and be still. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just know that there is always love. There is peace. Take another deep breath in and know that right here, right now, it is good to our soul. That right here, it is the flow of life that is moving and serving. And we are saying, thank you that I am free to be my authentic, radiant self. That I am able to unfold into the best version of myself because life flows in and through me. Love surges through every cell of my body. I am guided by wisdom to make the best of movements and choices, following my desires. The power and enthusiasm in me is ready to be, do, and have everything that is for my great good to express and show up in my affairs, my world, my life. So, Spirit, in this quiet moment, I give thanks for all that I am, all that I have, all that I give. Everything I receive, I say thank you, Spirit. Take a breath. Let it be, just for a moment, be. Thank you, Spirit, for I know it is good. It is good. To you be the whole glory. And so it is. And for our new song featuring Rudy Tomlinson and Akira Smith, here is Rise Again.
Go ahead, drive the nails in my hands, laugh at me. Where you stand, go ahead. Say it isn't he, the day will come when you'll see, 'cause I'll rise again. Ain't no power on earth can tie me down. Yes, I'll rise again. Oh no, death can't keep me in the ground. Go ahead. Oh, mark my name. My love for you is still the same. You go ahead. Oh, bury me, but very soon I'll be free, 'cause I'll rise again. Ain't no power on earth can hold me down, 'cause I'll rise again. Death can't keep me in the ground. You go ahead. Oh, say I'm dead, but you will see that you were wrong. Go ahead. Try to hide the sun, but always see that I'm the one. 'Cause I'll rise again. Ain't no power on earth can hold me down. Yes, I'll rise again. Oh, death can keep me in the ground. Oh no, death can keep me in the ground. Oh, death can keep me in the ground.
Yes. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Rudy. Our lesson entitled Over to You, God, will be given by Reverend Sharron Medley.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. And Rudy, thank you. You guys are absolutely wonderful, blessed with voices. Woo! All right. Today, Verity family, we are here to actually celebrate crossing out what no longer serves us and turning it over to God. Now, we have been practicing this for quite some time. I want to say for the last month or so, by nailing things to the cross. What is it that you need to give up? What is it that no longer serves you? What is it that may be holding you in a place that you want to move from? Well, it should be nailed to the cross in the sanctuary, nailed to the cross in your mind, right? And then our resurrection time is here, and we can give it up and say, over to you, God. All right. So that is what we're going to be working with today. I will ask you at certain times to repeat with me, over to you, God. Is that all right? All right. Okay. So now our passage today is from Luke 23 and 46. And this is from the New Revised Standard Version. Then Jesus, crying out with a loud voice, said, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Having said this, he breathed his last. Now, we're coming to the end of the Lenten season, family, and preparing for our resurrection. The Lenten season is a time of spiritual growth. It's a time for progress. It's a time for unfoldment. It's a time when we can blend and merge our mind consciously with the mind of God. Now, some of us, and I know nobody in this room, right? But some of us make a fad out of lint. You know what I mean? I'm giving up chocolate. I'm giving up smoking. I'm giving up burger fry. Whatever that is, you know what happens after the 40 days, right? They go back, right back to what that thing was that they gave up, okay? Lent becomes fashionable, right? Something where we give up luxuries and we give up things that have to do with food and drink and things that may be profitable to us physically, but there is also a psychological value in the mental discipline that is involved in walking these 40 days, okay? We are to fast and pray. All right. Now, we know that prayer is communion between God and man at the innermost part of man's being. That's that secret place where no one can enter into except you and your understanding of God. We know that fasting means to abstain from, right? This is a place of overcoming in our consciousness. The 40-day fast is a process of denial, right? Now, we know that we are metaphysicians and we are to abstain from error thinking and meditate on spiritual truth until we can incorporate into the consciousness of oneness with God. Is that okay? Don't you want to be one with God? Don't we want to be one with our spiritual parent? All right. We are walking through the 7 last words today. And as we look at these words that our wayshower said from the cross, we are looking at how they help us to walk and resurrect today. Okay, today we are looking at how they help us to move forward in our spiritual journey. Okay. You ready? Are you ready? All right. The first word is found in Luke 23:34. And it says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Now, this is a great statement for many reasons, because number one, he is forgiving his persecutors, right? And revealing that forgiving love. We should practice the same. Unforgiveness, my friends, is a destructive emotion, and it's based on a lack of understanding. How can we move forward and progress if we are not willing to forgive 2 people in this equation? Number one is the other person, and it's not necessarily for them, it is for us. And family, we also have to forgive ourselves, okay? Those who are unjust to us know not what they do, right? They don't know sometimes that injustice breeds injustice. So we have to pray for these people and pray for ourselves so that we enter into the consciousness of Christ's forgiveness that cleanses us of the injustices that we have committed ourselves, right? Because we're not perfect. And for injustices that have been committed by others. The act of forgiveness, family, is the mightiest of spiritual acts. It takes effort, it takes willingness, and without any forgiveness, as far as human beings go, nothing in the nature of spiritual progress can be made. We can't progress spiritually until we are willing to forgive. So, we must forgive those that we feel have hurt or harmed us, and we must forgive ourselves. We must release the hurt and the harm and give it all to the one. So I want you to say with me right now, over to you, God. Over to you, God. All right. Number 2, thou shalt be with me in paradise. Now, if you remember the story, Jesus is on the cross between 2 thieves. One of these criminals had the audacity to be mocking, right, to our wayshower. And he says, are you not the Christ? Save yourself and save us too. right? You can't save yourself, Jesus. Come on now. The other thief reprimands the first for mocking Jesus, saying that they were indeed receiving their just desert, but Jesus was an innocent man. Turning to Jesus, the second thief says, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus said to him, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Now, these two thieves are universal symbols. The first thief is the thief of the past. The other is the thief of the future. Because they are thieves, they represent negative concerns. It's like trying to drive the car forward, but you're looking back. You're bound to hit something, right? Negative concerns about your past, worrying about your past and worrying about your future are useless, okay? These are useless and mock and taunt you, because when you look back, what are you doing? You're regretting, and you're thinking about something that you may have done that is not for your highest good. It's okay. It's over and done with. Now it's time to look and live in the present. So when you're thinking about your past negative concerns, when you're thinking about what you used to do and what you used to be, what you did or did not do, you know what, family? This is not a good use of our time. We don't want to be the thief that robs us of the good that is available to us. So together, please, over to you, God. All right. Next, woman, behold your son. Son, behold your mother. Jesus says these words to Mary, his mother, and to the apostle John. John represents love, and they were both standing near the cross. Now, some say he was fulfilling his responsibility to his mother, but Jesus's actions remind us of our duty to ourselves as well, right? We want to discharge our responsibilities to others, but we also want to lovingly work with ourselves. These words represent the uniting of the masculine and the physical aspects of consciousness, right? Represented by our conscious and subconscious minds, or our thinking and feeling natures. Our thinking and feeling natures must be united, family, in the desire to forgive and move from pain and suffering to resurrection, to healing, and to wholeness. At these times when we are feeling that our thoughts and feelings are not in order, then we can say, "Thy will, Father, is my will." Together, please, over to you, God. All right. Our next word, I thirst. This is a cry of the body and is symbolized by physical distress of any kind. And we know as metaphysicians that everything begins in the mind. So that physical distress actually started here, okay? While it would not have been unusual for our way-shower Jesus to have been thirsty at that time, he was also giving us a message that the beginning of forgiveness is to thirst for living waters, right? There comes a time in spiritual unfoldment when we must know that the body is not limited to the physical. It is composed of divine substance and activated by divine intelligence. It is the temple of the Lord, and its full needs can be met only by drinking of the living water. Now, that's what we have been doing during this season of Lent. We are drinking of living water. We are releasing all that no longer serves us. We are choosing, as it says in Joshua, choose you this day whom you will serve. Or sometimes I say, choose you this day which thoughts, feelings, words, actions, and reactions serve you best. In this period of Lent, as we are practicing forgiveness and thirsting for the living waters of spirit, the living waters being conscious awareness of the continuous flow of our oneness with God. So when we're kind of feeling separated, we can say, you know what, Lord, for awareness of my oneness with the love of God, I thirst. Say it with me together, please. Over to you, God. Now, the next one, the next word always perplexes me a little bit. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? And that is from Mark 15 and 34. It can also be found in Matthew 27 and 46. So now, in my research, it says that scholars believe that Jesus is referring to Psalm 22, which begins as a cry of desperation and ends by praising and glorifying the power of God to deliver us from affliction. There are times when we cry out as well. I don't know about you, but I have been through some things in my life that have made me physically cry out and ask God to relieve or remove whatever that something is. And yes, in that moment, I may have felt that I was forsaken or separate from the Father. Okay? George Lamsa says in the Lamsa Bible, and he gives this translation from the Aramaic, my God, why hast thou let me to live? Now, the words found in Matthew say, my God, for this was I spared, with a footnote that reads, this was my destiny, right? It is our destiny, family, to know our oneness with the love of God. And in that awareness, to forgive or give the truth for every error. So when we begin to feel a sense of separation, then we must stop. You know how they taught us how to cross the street when I was a child. It was look to the left, look to the right, cross at the corner, walk with the light. We can do the same thing here. Look to the left. What are you looking at in the real world, in the physical world that says that you are separated? Look to the right, like Jesus told the disciples to put their nets, on the right side. And what happened? They pulled up so many fish that they needed so many to help them to pull them in. That's what we need to do. That's exactly what we need to do. We need to understand that our destiny, our role is to express God to the fullest extent of our ability, the fullest extent. Jesus, our way shower, told us that the things that he did and even greater would we be able to do, but we haven't even sometimes gotten to what he did. That is our role in this season of Lent. We must remove and release anything that keeps us from our destiny, that keeps us from knowing that the ground that we walk on is holy ground. So what are we doing to fulfill our destiny? This was my destiny, he says. It is our destiny to know our oneness with the love of God, and in that awareness to forgive or give the truth of every error. My God, this is my destiny. We are experiencing a crucifixion spiritually, which is an erasing of all sense, thought, and feeling, right? This can be difficult when we stand up and face it, but face it we must. During this trying time, we may feel that even God has forsaken us, but we know that is not the truth. At that moment, look to the left, look to the right, take a deep cleansing breath, knowing the truth, and then stand up proud and say, over to you, God. All right? Are you still with me? Are you with me? All right. Word number 6 from John 19:30. It is finished. Jesus' suffering was now almost over. The work was almost finished. His mission, his destiny was to show the way and the truth and the life. And this had now been accomplished. Henceforth, for him, the limited kingdom of earth would be supplanted by the finished kingdom of God. When we undergo severe trial, we must keep the faith. And when we keep the faith, we come to the place of knowing that every effort that is human is exhausted and that God is in control. Our release is very real. This release came to Jesus, and it will also come to us when we come to the realization that it is finished. Release and let go, family, of all that is unlike God. We are resurrecting. We are in that tomb where we are releasing and being spiritualized more so than we have ever been. Does that sound scary to you? Sometimes it sounds scary to me. When we're ready to move to that level, but we're not quite ready to move to that next level, I want you to say to yourselves, I let go and I let God. It is finished. I am done with everything that does not allow me to realize and understand that I am walking the path of my destiny, that I am walking to the next level, that I am crossing through that wall of fear that may have held me back. But I am in the season of release and of prayer and fasting. God is in control. So say with me right now, over to you, God. Now, we are the love of God. We are brothers and sisters of the way shore. Everything that we need in order to move forward and have a full resurrection in a couple of days is right here, right now. Can you realize that? Do you feel that? As we turn things over to God, we can say with our way shower, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. This is the ultimate surrender of the self to God. This is the ultimate that says, I of my little self can do nothing. Only the Father God, only the Christ within me, only the God in me doeth the works. Only God can forgive. Only God can heal, the God in me. Only God does that resurrecting work that lets me know that all is well and well indeed. We let God be God. You know, sometimes we say, over to you, God, but then we go right back and pick whatever that was up that we claim we turned over to God. Well, today, right here, right now, we want to turn it over and leave it there. Everybody nod. We're going to turn it over and we're going to leave it there. We're going to let God be God in us. We're going to commit our soul, our mind, our body, and any unforgiving states over to God. In complete surrender to the Father, Jesus' prayer, not my will, but thine be done, was answered. The life of spirit was on the march, and victory was its only outcome. When we give ourselves fully, when we surrender fully, when we stand on holy ground fully, then any barrier between us and this wonderful path that we are on dissipates. Then the way is open for action to take place in us. God cannot fail. When Jesus spoke this last word, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the veil in the temple was rent in two from the top to the bottom. The last step in regeneration is the giving up or the thought of that corporeal existence of the body. Then the veil of sense thought that conceals the body is rent, and then we come into our next level. So it's like we have had talking and tormenting, and we have thirsted, and now we're going into a new cycle. We are going into a new cycle. We are taking our next steps. You'll be a leader, a minister, a big shot. In some cases, you're going to have these moments of, hey, what's going to happen next? But you know what? What you won't worry about is, will I make it? Will I be able to handle whatever that next step is? Even if it's something totally different that nobody understands, but you know that we have a companion with us today. We'll have a companion with us as we resurrect. What's it going to be, my friends? We're godlike, right? The only correct answer to any question regarding our unfoldment is, you know what? I get to do this. I get to move forward. I get to change. Father, into thy hands, I commit myself. I commit my spirit. I commit myself. God is the answer to everything. God is the meaning behind everything. God is the fate in store for you and for me and for everyone in this humankind family. God is good, absolute good. So say with me today, over to you, God, and so it is. Mm.
All right.
Mm.
Over to you, God. Over to you. Right. I know a place. Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried. Oh, ain't no smiling faces. Lying to the races. Help me, come on. Oh, somebody help me now. Oh, help me now. Help me now. Oh, 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 come on and help me now. Oh, help me now. Oh, come on and help me now. I know a place. Nobody crying. Nobody worried. Ain't no lying to the races. Ain't no faces. Lying to the races. Oh, help me. Oh, let me take you there. Oh, let me take you there. Oh, come on, let's take you there. Oh, let me take you there. Oh, let me take you there. Come on, let's take you there. Let me take you there. I know a place. Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried. Ain't no smiling faces. Ain't no lying to the races. Oh, let me take you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Akira. Thank you, Reverend Sharron. Wow, what a powerful service. Again, put your notes, say something to Rev, because that lesson, I know we are putting it over to God. And Akira, thank you, because we're taking it there. It is our time now to just say thank you. How we choose to give, we know that there's many ways that we can, but for right this moment, I ask that we just say our offering prayer, and I'll tell you how you can assist. It's on your screen. Please join me in saying that divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. All is well. And so it is. Now, there are many ways that you can give to Verity Centre. You can mail in. Our mailing address is at the bottom at 447 Vaughan Road, Toronto, Ontario, M6C2P4. You could also give in e-transfer at admin@veritycentre.org or Canada Helps at bit.ly bit.ly/Verity Centre payment or Titherly. Know that how you choose to give, we are grateful for the many blessings and know that 100-fold returns back to you. I also want to say right now, if you are a visitor or a friend that has visiting us for the first time, please know that we love and accept and receive you, and we hope something said, done today inspires you, motivates you, empowers you to live your best life right now. So everyone, if you can share your hands or extend it, we know that all is well. Thank you for being a part of this special center. Thank you for joining us. May you continue to receive love and be a love light wherever you are and however you go. Thank you so much for being here. Now, just a final note and some reminders. That being of our membership and baptismal classes. So for our membership, if you are interested in becoming a member of Verity Centre, please complete a membership form that's available at the table in the foyer. And return it to either Jean Titus or Kay Cyrus. You can phone the office on Tuesday at area code 416-240-1956, and a form will be completed for you. Membership orientation will be held on Saturday, April the 6th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, and adult spiritual baptism will be on Sunday, April the 7th. So that's next Sunday. All right. There will also be a children's baptism on Sunday, April 14th. The other note is very important for all those who are seeking to truly be empowered at our academy. The Evan W. Reed Empowerment Academy Spring Spiritual Development Classes begins on Monday, April the 15th and ends on Thursday, June the 20th. Our classes on Monday is healing, and the text is Jesus Christ Heals by Charles Fillmore. Our Thursday class is Basic Truth Principles 2, and our text is Lessons in Truth by H. Emily Cady. The registration fee is $35 per class, and all classes begin at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please register in person or on Sundays, or by e-transfer or through the link in our weekly email. Be sure to join us for a class. If you thought this lesson or our Sunday lessons or anything that is just fruitful, you're going to get the meat and potatoes if you join the class. So you got Mondays and Thursdays. Thank you so much for all of that. Now, for the final blessing. And I invite you to just turn within, or you could read the affirmation on the screen. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Happy Good Friday, family. May you enjoy the rest of this phenomenal day. Make sure you stay connected through our Sunday live services, whether it's on YouTube or here in person or here on Zoom. Make sure you are subscribed to how we connect with you or be in person every Sunday, and especially this Sunday, as we have our senior minister, the Reverend Lemitra D. Hall, with the title topic of Your Resurrection Now for Easter Sunday service. Until then, I love you. I bless you. Have a happy Good Friday. Take care. Bye for now.